What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Adventures of Yogi Bear, which was released on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis by Blue Turtle and Cybersoft. And this game is pretty much based off of the animated cartoon show Yogi Bear, which was made by Hanna-Barbera. And the plot of the game is that somebody is trying to build a chemical plant near Jellystone Park, and Yogi Bear is on a mission to try to prevent that from happening. In this regard, the plot of the game is pretty much bare bone in that area. You know what I'm saying? So if you're expecting something more deep, man, you're not gonna get it with this game in terms of plot and all that. Now there are like 5 stages in the game that are divided up into sections within Jellystone Park. You pretty much start off in the tundra, different locations like that. You know what I'm saying? That are within Jellystone Park and stuff like that. Now, the enemies in the games are for the most part animals. You know what I'm saying? Like bats, skunks, weasels, stuff like that. But there are certain enemies in the game that are exclusive to specific stages, like the snowmen in the tundra levels. However, none of the enemies in the game are from the cartoon show. You know what I'm saying? There's no specific character from the show that's in the game that I'm aware of, like Boo Boo or I guess you would call him the main park ranger. I forget his name because I ain't watched the show in years. You know what I'm saying? Now, the main method of attack for Yogi is the fact that he jumps on the heads of the enemies and stuff like that. And he has no like weapons like throwing projectiles and stuff like that. I don't know why that wasn't programmed in the game, but the only method of attack, like I said, is Yogi stomping on enemy's head. Now, Yogi does collect picnic baskets, you know what I'm saying? By like pretty much by stumping on them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he just can just collect them, you know what I'm saying? And they're mainly done for points, you know what I'm saying? And he does collect clocks, and if you collect 100 clocks, he'll get extra life. To me, it would have made more sense. It would have made better sense to have Yogi collect 100 picnic baskets to get a one up. You know, now Yogi's health is represented by a cake. You know what I'm saying? If you take a hit, rather, a slice of cake is gone, and he can replenish the health by getting different types of food, whether it's like a pizza, apple, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Now, pretty much to me, they could have had Yogi, not Yogi, but Boo Boo as a second like playable character in the game. I would say somewhat similar to Donkey Kong Country, to where if you when you play that game, um, remember in the trilogy, the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, you'll have like Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong with them, helping each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one example. You know, now the graphics and design are for the adventure of Yogi Bear are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And it has nice bright color palettes to it too. You know what I'm saying? I would say the graphics and design of the Adventure of Yogi Bear are the best part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Now the controls and gameplay are pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? But the Yogi Bear should have had some type of weapons that he could have used to throw at enemies and stuff like that, rather just limited his method of attack to just stomping on the enemies' heads and stuff. Now, the another thing is that the gameplay physics should have been tighter. in connection with Yogi's movement. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of loose. You know. Now, as far as the soundtrack goes, it's pretty nice, pretty decent and bright and stuff like that. But it should have included the Yogi Bear theme song from the cartoon show. And if anybody watched the Yogi Bear cartoon show from the I think it's from the '60s and stuff, that you would know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have one question though. Why wasn't Boo Boo a playable character in the game? You know what I'm saying? And the reason I bring this up is because Boo Boo was one of the main characters in the cartoon show. Besides Yogi Bear himself, the other one being the park ranger. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Boo Boo was Yogi's sidekick in the first place. So why was he excluded? I don't know. And another issue is a lack of a two-player co-op that would have both Yogi and Boo Boo and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say that Blue Turtle and Cybersoft, to me, dropped the ball in those two regards. You know what I'm saying? No Boo Boo and no two-player co-op. And pretty much the biggest flaw of the game is when you compare it to other games that's been released on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, it is too easy of a game to beat. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much overall, the Adventures of Yogi Bear is a decent game, and I would recommend it to anybody who is like interested in it. I would say that anybody that's a fan of the Yogi Bear cartoon show will be interested in it, you know. So, with that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about the Adventures of Yogi Bear. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like the game from an overall standpoint, whether you prefer the Super Nintendo version or the Sega Genesis version, and all that, and any flaws that you have with the game, flaws and gripes that you have with the games, you can pretty much mention that too. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.